What's up, girl? I'm Nate. Better? Hi. Nice to meet you.
That's better.
At UK Federal Credit Union, it's banking, only better.
John, how has Johnny gotten from missing shots, not playing much early, to what he did today?
He's got a great attitude. He takes responsibility for how he's playing. You are what your stats say you are. If I played more, if I shoot more, if I do, no, you are what your stats say you are. And he just kept fighting. And I was so proud of him. And here's the biggest thing, and why I say you got to have a team full of guys ready to go. We had a couple guys not play well. They're not machines. They're not robots. Maybe it was a bad matchup, whatever you want to say. So here comes Keon. And here comes Johnny, because we just didn't have the energy and effort out of Tyrese that you need to win a basketball game. You can't just be playing. Johnny went in there, biggest play for Johnny, did anybody watch the game? On the free throw. That's a real skill. Just an effort. It's just the energy. And that's why we left him in. Now, I put Tyrese in at the end because he said, let me get back in. I understand. I see it. I mean, he missed a free throw earlier. They could have put us up 10. No, then you don't know. Your stats are what they say you are. And then he went in and made the last two. He made sure after the game he told me, I made those last two. Yeah, we're up 12. It's a little easier to make them then. But he's getting better, but we're holding these guys accountable. Nick asked me for the ball. Think about that. Coach, would you throw me the ball in the post? So we ran some stuff to throw him the ball, and the kid came through. Made shots, made free throws, made baskets. I mean, Ashton didn't play great in the first half, but it doesn't matter. The biggest rebound of the game is that rebound he grabbed in traffic, which is what he always does. No one else on our team can get that ball except him, and he grabbed it. So this is hard. They're playing well. They're playing better, and we had to do some stuff. We had to trap Fulkerson, and he was killing us. He had half my team fouled out. And then he was still scoring if he didn't get fouled, so we trapped him a little bit. And then in the end, Rick kept going back to that middle pick and roll throwback drive, and so we tried to switch it late, just to give them some different look because they were killing us. But they're good. I mean, they play really hard, and they made threes. So we had to leave somebody, and we gave up some three-point shots. But it's a good road win for our young guys.
Cal, the decision-making stuff seems to be a little more of a trend now lately with Ashton. What do you make of all these turnovers, of just sort of the disjointed offense that we're seeing?
Well, sometimes he's trying to make a harder play than he needs to make. The play that he walked, Nate was flying. All he had to do was look and throw a bounce pass to Nate, and he shot a layup. Instead, he went like this and wanted to lay one off to him, and they called a walk. You didn't need to do that. Just make the easiest play. He's so physical. He defends so well. He rebounds. Now we just got to get this decision-making where he's just not turning it over. And we need him in the game. I mean, we ran and Tyrese just couldn't lob it. He just couldn't, a play that Ashton's going to make. The ball gets tipped.
John, you were 22 at 25.
Yeah, we need to get a microphone, please, for asking your question. Go ahead, Steve.
I know this isn't the same Tennessee team of the last few years, but still, what does it say about your guys that you were able to kind of put this thing away in the last few minutes and win in a building where you haven't won the last few seasons?
They kind of told me we haven't done well up here. I don't kind of go team by team and coach by coach, but this is a hard environment. This is a tough place to play, and Rick's teams are not going to give you the game. You got to take it. They just won't. They're not going to do stuff to cost them a game. You're going to have to take the game in this building. And, that may mean make two outrageous threes. That may mean lock them down and go rebound balls, which is hard to do against them. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. But this is something for us. We've had 3-4 ridiculous environments like this in a row, 4 weekends in a row. Is that right? Where were they?
Arkansas, Texas Tech, Auburn.
and I'm still alive.
John, about Johnny, he made that bounce pass to Nick for the dunk in transition and on the break, and I wonder about where you guys would have been without Johnny's just full court game.
Right. Well, there were two things that happened. On the rebound on the free throw, I said, pull it out, and he made it. Great shot, Johnny. And on that play you're talking about, I'm like, easy, easy, easy. Ah, great pass, Johnny. Way to play, kid. So, you know, he's building my confidence in him. Like you guys are saying, where'd this come from? So when I'm watching it and I haven't seen it, you kind of a little bit like, okay. But again, you got to own your performance if you want to change. You have to come every day and know there's no easy way to what I'm trying to do. And you have to understand that every game I play is someone's Super Bowl and their team is playing. So if you come in and decide you're not going to play hard, you're not going to get open, you're not going to be strong with the ball, you're going to look bad. So.
In the back, Coach.
Coach, about about mid-second half, there was kind of a wild sequence where they saved the ball from going out of bounds a few times, hit 2 threes, and eventually pulled within 3. What'd you make of that wild sequence, and what'd you tell the guys?
Well, we called a timeout, I believe, right after that. It was a 4-point game, if I'm thinking right. And some of this stuff, guys, I can't, till I watch the tape, there's stuff that'll slip me. But the only thing I told my team was, you all expect someone else to go get the ball where they got 3 guys chasing down every ball. And you all want someone else to get it. If you want to win this game, you're going to come up with balls. And there's nothing else I can tell you. And then we talked about what we were going to do offensively and how we were going to play. And I think at that point we were going to go at Nick a little bit. But I'll have to watch the tape.
John, you were 22 of 25. Once again, a good free throw shooting game. You're not used to that. How does that change the way that you coach and design strategy down in the waning seconds?
Well, that's why you don't want to take a quick contested jump shot. You're a great free throw shooting team. We've had one game where a team shot 20 more free throws than us this year. One game, and they are a 3-point shooting team. So it's kind of unusual that would happen. But we are a team that wants to get fouled. We want to go to the rim. We want to post the ball. That's how we play. How do we do from the 3-point line today? 3 for 7. Is this a halftime score?
5 or 10.
Somebody gave me a halftime. That's pretty good. Anybody want to know what happened at halftime? Oh, it's on the back. Oh, so they're really cheap here at Tennessee. So we end up 5 for 10. And then someone say, why aren't you taking 33s? Because we're a great free throw shooting team. And there's only been one game where a team's going to shoot a lot of threes and they get to the line 20 more times than us. That's it. I mean, most of the time we're going to get to the line more. Fulkerson himself may have had as many free throws as we did. How many did he end up? He's 10 out of 12 himself. I mean, so. And they were 19 for 24. They didn't like, you know, they were pretty good too.
On the left, Coach.
Cal, I know there's a lot of times, with especially freshmen that are struggling, where you sit down with them and try to define roles or figure out how you said, how can I help you? Was there a defining conversation with Johnny or a defining moment where he started to turn this corner?
I told you, Johnny is not afraid to shoot balls. You were at the South Carolina game. Did you want him to shoot that 3? I didn't either. 3-point game with a minute and a half to go, and he has a shot and shoots a 3. You haven't played that much, and you shot it. And there was another play. He shot it, missed it, went and grabbed it and stuck it in. He is not afraid. Now he's got to get in tune with his teammates because he's not afraid. Guys that want to, you can't, in this, I've done this a long time. There's a lot of cop-out that goes on. You know, I'm afraid if I make a mistake or I miss a shot, I'm being taken out. And then you go to him and he says, he's playing 6 guys. Why would you say that? He ain't playing a whole lot of people, and you're one of those. You can't cop out. Demonstrated performance like today is going to help Johnny enormously. And the team, I can't tell you how happy they were for both he and Keon. Ecstatic. And so, you know, for us to get where we're trying to go to get better, we got to have EJ, Nate, Keon, and Johnny Juzang. They got to step. But so does Tyrese. And it's nothing to do with skill and basketball ability. Your effort and energy's got to be where everybody else's are. And if it's not, you can't be in. You just can't be in. I mean, my point to him, it was 1-on-4 and you went crazy. Got it blocked, and then you jogged back on defense and jogged on defense. Where's your energy? You had it going that way against 4 guys. Where's the energy coming back? And that's all part of growth. That's all part of maturity. And what we'll do is hold him accountable, and I know how good Tyrese is. We're not going to be better without him on the court. But if Johnny does what he does, we got a nice little rotation.
Last question, Coach?
John, you touched on this yesterday about the NCAA announcing the 16 seeds.
We were a 2 seed?
You were not one of the
weren't?
16. So
Wow,
what do you
that
think of that?
surprises me. Were we an 8 seed?
Not on the board. I mean, I don't-
We are in the tournament yet? We're not in the tournament?
Not in the top 4 seeds of any region. So is that an incentive
Does that-
thing? You know, a
No,
motivating
it's,
thing?
no. No. We probably won't talk about it. I didn't expect anything. I thought we could have been a 1 seed, but that's just me. It is what it is.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.